Hi, friends. Welcome to Lotus in the Light. My name is Jennifer. Ooh, I'm excited to share with you today. So, my poison ivy is back. See how excited I am about it? Actually, I hope it's starting to dry out and go away, but still there. I still got a couple patches on my legs. I got a little bit on this arm. Um, but I really want to share with you. Um, I firmly believe, no, I'm going to take that back. I know now that every sickness that we experience in the physical, and I've said it before in these videos, I just want to reiterate it if you're new here. Every sickness that we experience in the physical, mental, whatever it is it's the sickness itself is not a disease. The disease is thinking that we are anything but whole. The disease um, is believing that we need to be healed from anything. The disease is believing that we're even capable of being sick. Um, it's all about our belief systems. It's all about the narratives that we're telling ourselves. And uh, so the disease is emerging out of something that's within us. And I don't mean within us as in the physical us. I mean within us as in the energetic us, the emotional self. Um, the interesting thing is that we see the symptoms of the disease and we say these symptoms are being caused by this disease. But the disease itself that we have, as we've named it, is also the symptom. It is the symptom of what's going on within our energy. And when we reframe it that way and we stop struggling so much to try to solve this thing that's happening outside of us, and we focus on what it's showing us about what's going on inside of us, everything changes. And I love this. I even went back to my journal. Interesting. Some throat chakra clearing happening. I guess these words need to come out. Maybe they've been blocked up inside. I don't know. I feel like everything I'm thinking about right now is stuff that I've said on videos before. So we'll see. But I'm just excited to share this journey with you because if for those of you that don't follow me, I had poison ivy last August. I went and looked it up in my journal to see like what all I had said. And I remember what I had remembered of it was that it was a very eye-opening moment for me in the acceptance of medicine out medicine at a time when I was just coming into the belief system that we actually have the power to heal ourselves. Yet there's these medicines out there, and I was really wrestling with the idea that I don't want to take this steroid because I don't need to. And I was coming into that realization, but I just didn't fully understand how it was working. So this morning, so I had great revelations this time. Perhaps I should, I want to go back and kind of set the stage. Um, for what happened back in August. I, it had gotten really bad. And I did go to the doctor eventually and got a prescription for a steroid and even filled the prescription, but I was resisting taking it because I just, again, believed that I could heal myself. And I even said in here, I did get a prescription for a steroid yesterday and began taking it. It was a growth moment for me as I really struggled about taking it. So I took the problem to spirit during my morning meditation. So what was happening is the poison ivy was getting worse, not better. And I had the medicine and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Listen to all the ways. And I want to address all of these, all the ways, because this is the details that I didn't remember that when I was reading, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so outward focused. All of our sicknesses are showing us something going on within us. And we can spend great effort. And I'm using the word effort because anytime we're trying hard to do something, we're resisting spirit. And what I've learned now, and with this experience, the moment I got poison ivy, the first thing I said to myself is, oh, spirit's showing me something. I was excited about it because it's another growth moment, another opportunity for me to um, expand, grow, experience within this human journey. And this poison ivy is just an indicator that there's something. This is exactly how I interpreted it when I realized I had poison ivy. Something is bubbling up to the surface and ready to be seen and released. That's what it said to me immediately. There's more. I'll get back to that. But that's exactly when I saw it. I said, okay, what's bubbling up to the surface in my life that I'm ready to release? And that's the approach. And I didn't start digging and looking. I became aware and I acknowledged what was happening. Thank you, Poison Ivy, for showing me something that something's ready to be released. Something that is, again, it's in the name, poison, right? Poison ivy. There's something that's not serving me. There's something that's poisoning my human experience. There's something that's poisoning my perspective that I am ready to shed. And now I understand that you're ready to show it to me. And that's why you've allowed me to get this sickness, right? But what I would say is that the poison ivy isn't a sickness, it's the path to healing. And when we can figure that out and that light bulb turns on, everything changes. You're not afraid. Sickness usually comes from a place of darkness. And what I mean by that is I talk about the spectrum of from absolute fear to perfect love. And that spectrum is a spectrum of light. In perfect love, everything is fully illuminated. We are fully enlightened. We have full understanding. We come in this human experience, though, purposely forgetting who we are so that we have these moments and experiences in the darkness. We think of darkness as bad, as evil, as dangerous, when in fact, there's nothing inherently wrong with darkness. Darkness is good. Darkness is the time of the day that we find rest, that we heal and repair. Darkness is mystery. And even though we think of mystery as unknown and we think of unknown as bad and dangerous, typically, mystery can be fun and exciting, right? Darkness can be romantic. Because it just brings with it a mystical aspect, a mystical element, and the unknown can be fun and can be romantic too. So, excuse me. Okay, like this is what's being demonstrated right now. My throat chakra is clearing. It's like the truth is coming out. The truth is being said. I don't know. I say I don't know where is coming from. I'm telling you where this is coming from. Anyway, but I haven't eaten anything. I haven't done anything to have this happening. So anyway, going back to my journal. Um, I had gotten the notification that the prescription was at the pharmacy, but I really didn't want to take it. I was concerned. So here's one concern. I was concerned at putting the foreign substance in my body when I knew I could heal myself. From where I was then, oh, young Jenny, so ignorant, so naive. But at this point, do you see what's happening? In the past, I would have never questioned taking that medicine, right? Because I had limiting beliefs that said this is, if it's not getting better, this is the only way to heal it. So as I'm expanding my mind, as I'm opening up to greater truth, so what I believed before was absolutely true. That was my belief system, and therefore I was living within the guardrails of my belief system that I needed a medicine. Then my mind begins to expand. Truth begins to expand. I begin to open up and see other possibilities and other truths out there. One of them is that I'm able to heal myself. So this is a good thing. My knowledge and awareness is expanding, but I haven't fully integrated that yet into my belief system. So I'm not able to heal myself because I'm still carrying some old beliefs that prevent me from healing myself. This is what it boils down. It always boils down to the beliefs, right? It boils down to the vibration, the frequency, the energetic frequency. My frequency was still tuned to a frequency of old thinking, of thinking that anyway, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but there's many things that are making up my frequency. Some of those things, at least, are keeping me from the healing that I know I'm capable of. And it's not even that we're healing, it's that we're remembering who we are. And as we remember who we are, we remember that we're perfect and whole just the way we are. And so the healing happens with the remembering. But I don't fully understand that yet. So I'm still in this mindset that I need to try to heal myself. Um, let's see, I was concerned at putting the foreign substance in my body. So here's the other problem with that. Nothing is foreign. Nothing. We are one. Me and this pen are one. Me and this computer are one. Me and you are one. Nothing outside of us is outside of us. The whole universe exists within us. The whole of God, of divine source energy exists within us and outside of us, because the outside of us is a projection of what's going on within. The outside of us is a hologram, if you will, of what's going on within. And I mean hologram in the literal sense. If you break down what the meaning of a hologram is, what defines a hologram, life is exactly that. You can take a slice of my body and my DNA can regenerate itself. That's a hologram. Um, okay, sorry, I digress. So believing something is a foreign substance, first belief barrier to my healing. So at my belief system, the path to healing at this point is the medicine, because I've still got these barriers that say things outside of me are foreign. Well, I can't remember who I am and believe and hold on to the belief that things outside of me are foreign, because that's not who I am are these things, right? So there's barrier number one. And then I said, that said, I had tried to heal myself and it was only getting worse. So I would go into meditation, I would visualize myself and use words and, whatever, talk about, use mantras about healing and do all these things. What I have since, this is another one of these, oh, Jenny, young Jenny. This was literally last August. I was 50 years old. um, so, but oh, how far we've come. And I'm so appreciative for this journey. We cannot try to do anything. We just are. We are, and exactly what we are is what the universe gives back to us. Exactly the vibrational frequency you are is what attracts everything that comes into your life on the outside, be it your physical attributes, your illnesses, your mental health, your physical health, your family, your people relationships, your home, your job, everything you're experiencing, your country, your government, all of it is a vibrational match for you. Everything that you are perceiving in your life is just mirroring back to you your frequency. So trying to heal anything on the outside is a futile effort. Even if you can find some progress, you can say, oh, I did it. I have this disease and I went and got healthy and I healed that disease. But here's the thing. That disease was a communication from the divine showing you something that was poisoning you, so showing you something that was not serving you. And if you go and address that thing and mask that thing, or even, quote, heal that thing, if it's a part of your frequency, it will reemerge, whether it reemerges as the same thing or as something entirely different. Um, it will find a way to reveal itself again because it's there to serve you. It's there to show you the path to healing. And instead, we want to say, "Oh, this thing is bad." So again, coming back to the idea that things in darkness are not inherently bad. They're just misunderstood. They're unknown. And when we shine the light on it and we better understand what it's there for, it serves us. We realize and learn that everything in this universe is serving us. Everything is working in your favor. So stop being angry at it, stop resisting it, and start accepting it and saying, oh, okay, what do you have to show me? What are you telling me? My poison ivy, and ultimately, what I did last August is I realized I went into meditation about it. I settled. I asked Spirit to show me. Another fear I had was taking a steroid and gaining weight. And here's what I said. I really thought I had worked through the body image stuff, but clearly not. Because one of actually, it's up here. It revealed some additional fears that I needed to work through. One about my fear of gaining weight when I'm already overweight. And now, listen, my weight is not any less than it was last August. In fact, it could be more. I don't even know. I don't get on the scale. But here's what I'll tell you. I'm not overweight. I am perfect. I am perfect. My body is serving me so beautifully. It's meeting me exactly where I am, and it's providing exactly what I need. My weight. Now, what is my ideal weight? My ideal weight is this weight because this is the size, the shape, um, the capabilities that I need at this place that I am in my life. As my life continues, we're all on this continuous journey. As I continue, things might change. I might need more weight. I might need less weight. I'm just accepting and loving exactly who I am for exactly what I am. And wow, what a revelation I'm having in reading that. Like, I didn't remember that that was part of the struggle because typically steroids cause you to gain weight. I will say this, I never saw an effect from that steroid in terms of weight. And I think it was because it was there, it was designed to show me a fear that was no longer serving me, that I was still hanging on to, that I thought I had released. And that's what it was doing. It was showing me that this is still there. But then that allowed me to acknowledge it and release it and I'll better align to a belief system that was serving me better. And because of that, I never gained any weight from it. I don't think, again, I don't get on the scale, but like my clothes still fit the same basically. So do you see all the things that this one episode of Poison Ivy taught me and showed me and helped me to progress through? It's amazing. And then at the end of the day, here's what I decided. So you can see my joyride starting to emerge in this approach. What I learned is that, so again, coming back to, yeah, what I learned is that fear was not a reason to not take the medicine. And then I asked myself if taking the medicine if taking the medicine would create less joy in my life or more joy in my life, basically. And if taking the medicine or not would create less joy in my life or prevent me from living the full experiences I want to experience. And the truth is, because I had the poison ivy, I went to my granddaughter's birthday party and I couldn't even hug any of my grandkids or engage in the way I wanted because at the time my poison ivy was oozing, so I was legit contagious. Um, uh, Also remembering that the medicine was divinely inspired innovation to serve as a support to people at the vibrational level that can't heal themselves. That medicine was there. It was a creation. Everything is a creation, even though we want to call it foreign or call it a chemical or call it not natural. Untrue. Everything comes from the divine. Everything in creation comes from the divine. And so it's all there to serve us and meet us where we are. And what I would say is there are different modalities that will serve you in helping you to heal. And you just need to, it's not about listening to what the world says. It's not about, oh, that healed that person, so I'm going to, it's that must be the thing. It's what do I feel like I need to do? And if it is that thing, if you say, oh, it helped them, I bet it'll help me, well, then that's the path for you. But if you're like, I don't know what to try. Everyone says do this, like that's a little different, right? It's all about your beliefs. Anyway, what a great. So here's what I learned this time, and I feel like I've been rambling for a while, but this is so fun. And I am gonna do a card. And I'm gonna do a card because we're talking about healing. And the greatest healing teacher, I believe, to ever walk this earth was Jesus. So I'm gonna do a loving word from Jesus to close us out. Jesus was trying to point the way. Jesus was showing that I'll give an example. The paralyzed the paralyzed man, before he healed him, using quotes, he said, "Your sins are forgiven." That was step one. Now, most people would say, oh, most people, I think, let me clarify, because I think sins are totally misunderstood. We're not here making good choices or bad choices. We're just here having experiences. What I believe Jesus meant by sin is that we are out of alignment with our soul. We are out of alignment with the bucket list our soul said, I'm going to come here to experience these things. And when I come here, I'm going to forget who I am. But who I am is still, there's still a truth. There's still a true, authentic me. And when I choose to believe things, or when I choose to, it's really about beliefs. When I choose to believe certain things that cause me to abandon me, I'm out of alignment. Alignment is, righteousness is coming back into right relationship with yourself, with your higher consciousness, with your authentic you. Whenever we're out of alignment with ourselves, that is sin. Out of alignment with ourselves is out of alignment with God, because our higher consciousness is in alignment with divine source, God, the universe. That's alignment. So when we are sick, it is a communication from our higher consciousness, from God, saying you're out of alignment with yourself. So Jesus's step one was to forgive this person of their sins. Jesus is an outside representation of what we have to do within. That's all he was trying to do. He wasn't trying to start a new religion. He was trying to show us the path. The path is going within. The only person you need to forgive is yourself. The only person you need forgiveness from is yourself, because nobody's judging you except yourself. The number one poison, the number one toxin in you is judgment. That's what this whole thing boils down to. Judgment. Judgment makes us sick. And the way we're judging, what we're judging, is really all disease is here to show us. So I'll give you an example. Coming back to my current poison ivy, I immediately knew there's some poisonous, toxic belief, some judgment in my system still that I'm ready to purge. It's bubbling up to the surface. Thank you, Spirit, for revealing this to me. What is that judgment? It's not for me to try to figure out. Now I'm aware, and I just need to keep my eyes open, and things will emerge as they will. Well, it emerged for me greatly last night. I was sitting down, and my husband and I were, and my husband, basically, I'm trying to decide what I want to share. Um, there was somebody in our life that we paid to do some things. They did most of those things, but not all of those things. And then my husband came to me last night and said, hey, this person is going to borrow some things from us to go do similar things for other people and get paid for it. And I chuckled. I had a moment of judgment, is what I had, where I had a moment where I'm like, gross, they haven't even finished doing things for us that we've paid them for. And now they want to borrow our things to go and do this for someone else. Like, that feels like not healthy boundaries. Like, yeah, take these things, don't finish like what we've paid you to do. Like, it just all felt icky to me, right? But icky, nothing in this life has meaning. Nothing is inherently bad. It's all we apply the meaning that we want to apply to it based on our belief systems, and it's all just there to mirror back to us who we are. Well, guess who I am? I am somebody who has icky in them, and I don't want to have icky in me. So that's what was really revealed to me this morning. I knew last night, I'm like, I shouldn't feel this way. I'm feeling negative. It's not that I shouldn't feel this way. It's that I'm unnecessarily feeling negative about this, and I don't know why. So before I went to bed, I did an energy cleanse. I released that energy, and then I just trusted that Spirit would reveal it to me. And that was the revelation this morning, is that after my meditation, is that I'm somehow feeling slighted. I'm somehow feeling that I'm not getting what I deserve, or that I'm getting taken advantage of in this scenario. But here's the truth of the matter. This person is trying to find their way out of a dark time in their life, right? They're trying to find their way out of some fear. again, going from that spectrum, because it's not the dark that's bad, right? And there's nothing that's bad, right? But they're stuck in some fear, in some beliefs that aren't serving them and are trying to find their way to the light. And this work that they're doing is a path. And and they're going to stumble around in that. And they're not going to make choices and decisions that are always what we perceive to be the best choices and the best decisions on that journey. It's okay. We're here in Earth School to learn. There's no such thing as fail, right? Failure is just experience. And we can take as many times as we need to learn a lesson. In fact, if you have something that keeps repeating in your life, if you keep attracting the same kind of toxic relationships or the same kind of crappy bosses or the same kind of whatever, like that's just you trying and failing, trying and failing. And I don't even like the word fail because it's not a bad thing. It's I like the word. It describes what's happening, but we don't need to apply negativity to it. It's serving you. So that's all that's happening is he's trying, and it's a card just popped out. He's trying, and he has moments of success, and that he would consider success, and moments of step back, and he's teetering like we often are when we're between belief systems, teetering between what he typically has believed and what he's moving towards, and that's a rocky place to be, and we just need to have grace. And I need to not worry, like, what am I worried about, that they're going to borrow this thing and not return it? Oh well. I believe that I am full of abundance. I believe that spirit and the universe is always working in my favor to provide everything that I'm an energetic match for. And even if I never see that thing again, it's fine. I'll go buy another one because I believe I can. Okay. Here's the card we get from our Jesus messages. Loving words. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. There's nothing that we need to be striving for. There's nothing that we need to be trying hard to do. The harder we try, the greater the resistance to where God is trying to take us, to where your higher consciousness is trying to take you. Stop resisting. And again, do what you want to do. I'm not trying to tell anyone to do anything. I'm just trying to say that my experience has been to stop resisting. I stopped resisting the sicknesses. Like last time I said, how am I a vibrational match for this? I thought that I was growing, my vibration was raising, and that I'm not a vibrational match for sickness and disease, and all a misunderstanding. Uh, because it came from a place of believing that sickness and disease was a bad thing. And now I understand it as a beautiful blessing. It's like the communication from spirit saying, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Work on this, and it will be more shackles that will shed from you. And I love that because I don't like to be held down. I want to be free. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much. I hope this was valuable for you. Peace out.